Dana, and I am super excited about summertime. In fact, it's my favorite season, and it's the perfect time to wear shorts. So today I'm going to show you how to turn a pair of pants into a pair of shorts. Anyone that knows me knows I love sunshine and warm weather, and when summer rolls around, I can't wait to start wearing shorts again. But I have a hard time finding that Bermuda length shorts that I like in the store. So one day it dawned on me, just take a pair of pants and cut them off into shorts. I know, nothing new. And you could just cut them off and leave that kind of frayed, ragged look, which is kind of cool. But today I want to show you how to give a nice polished hem to your shorts, pants, or to any garment that you're making. It'll make it look great and kind of like you bought it at the store. So first, let's talk about hemming in general. The hem is just the bottom part of a garment that's folded under, pressed, and sewn in place. On the bottom of a dress, a skirt, pair of pants, a pair of shorts. And hemming a pair of pants is a life skill that I think everybody should know how to do. Now, there's a few things to consider when you're hemming something. First, what is the shape of your garment? For instance, these pants here have a very tapered leg, which means they get skinnier at the bottom. And if I tried to fold under a big cuff, it starts to get really tight in there. So I'm gonna wanna do a more narrow, skinny hem on the bottom, as you can kind of see here. It's about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. Now on the opposite spectrum, I have this dress right here, which gets really wide at the bottom. And if I tried to hem that under with this shape, it would get really bunchy. Let me just fold it on the outside so you can see better. I have all this excess fabric right here. So what I'd want to do is sew kind of a straight line first to get rid of the excess, trim that, and then hem my dress. Another thing you want to consider when you're hemming something that's already been hemmed before, for instance, a pair of dress pants, is how did the manufacturer do it before? For instance, this one, you can't even see the hem on the outside, which means it might be nice to do some hand sewing. So just consider all those different factors, and of course, it's always your own adventure, so you can do whatever you want. Okay, let's make a pair of shorts. Okay, I've got my pair of pants here. Now you can make these any length you want. Super short shorts, capri length. I kind of like that to the knee Bermuda kind of look. And the first thing you want to do is try on your pants. On yourself, on your husband, on your child, whoever you're hemming them for, and decide exactly where you want them to end. Take a fabric marker or some straight pins and place that mark. I've already tried mine on, and I have marks right here. Now you want to decide how long you want your hem. Is it going to be chunky and wide? Is it going to be more narrow? Like I said, for my pair of pants here, I kind of like the narrow hem, so I'm going to do that same thing, which is probably about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. So what you want to do is you want to double that, because when you hem something, first you fold the raw edge under, and then you iron it under again, so it's all finished off and nothing's going to fray. So for mine, I'm going to add about another 1.5 inches. So from that little mark, I'm going to go down, place another mark, 1.5 inches. Really easy step here. And then I'm just going to draw a little line across. And the thing that's great about these fabric markers is that they disappear when you press with an iron or when you use water. They're all kind of a little different, but this is not permanent, in case I make a mistake. Okay, now let's cut that off. I know, scary moment, right? There's no going back, except that these pants were only about 10 bucks, so I guess I could go back and buy another pair of pants. Okay, there we go. Instantly, it's becoming summertime. Woohoo! Now, what you want to do is flip this over. I find that it's better to measure this and cut than to take the old leg and cut, because you can't ever trust that the manufacturer did that perfectly. Okay, I'm just kind of making sure the crotch is all even there, and then we'll just cut off the other leg. Just like that. Now, as I said, you could just leave them just as they are and you're ready to go. You could roll them up a little, you could wash them and let them fray a little more, but let's actually finish this off. First thing we want to do is to press it under with an iron. As I mentioned earlier, first you want to fold this under about a 1/2 inch. That's going to enclose that raw edge and make sure it doesn't fray over time. Even if you were doing a chunky hem, you could still just fold it under about a 1/2 inch. And then just press it in place with a nice hot iron. Okay. And then I'm gonna fold it under again to that little desired point, that mark that I put earlier. And it's not always the easiest thing to do. This fabric kind of, you wanna fold out sometimes. Just do your best. That's all you ever have to do in life, right? Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. press that in place. And I like to press really hard to give it a nice, crisp fold there. Of course, you can always press it again later if you need to. Okay, and then let's pin that in place. Try not to burn yourself. It's gonna get kind of hot. You don't need a ton of pins, just enough to keep it from unfolding while you hem it. Okay, there we go. Now let's do the second leg. Okay, let's fold these over and just make sure we did an okay job. Oh wow, look at that. That actually looks really good. I also like to hold it up and just kind of look, see if they're both touching. That looks pretty good. Okay, let me pin this one and then we're gonna sew it in place. That's it. Okay, you wanna use a thread color that's gonna coordinate with your fabric. I'm doing yellow here. And if you were doing a pair of cut-off denim jeans or something like that, you could even use some kind of golden thread that mimics what was already on there. I'm gonna press my little magic button here. Love my baby lock for that. Threads everything for me. And I've already put my yellow thread in my bobbin. You just wanna pretty much mimic whatever was already done on the pants so that it looks like it came from the store like that. Okay, we're ready to sew. Put it right under your machine here. Go. Do a little back stitch at the beginning and just sew around. When you're working in a small little space like this, you kind of need to go slow so that you can pause, adjust, so that you don't sew over any of the other pieces of the fabric that you don't want to sew over. Okay. I'm removing my pins as I go there. And when you get to these seams, it might be a little bit thick, so you'll definitely want to go slow there. You can always adjust your speed control right here to make sure you don't go too fast, because you definitely don't want to break a needle. Okay. Sometimes machines have a harder time going through all those thick layers. Okay, there we go. And it's really important that you also use the thread color in your bobbin that matches, because that's actually the thread that is showing up on the outside here. Kind of funny how that works, right? Just keep going around. Going slow here through the seam. And sometimes you kind of need to give it a little nudge or a little push. Okay, back to the beginning. Then use my magic little scissors function, cut my threads, and we're done with our first leg. Let's do the other one. Back stitch. Okay, we're all done. Let's see how they look. And there you go. In about 10 minutes, we made a pair of shorts. Well, we've sort of made a pair of shorts. And I think I'm gonna go cut up a couple more pairs. For more ideas and tutorials, visit my website, madeeveryday.com. And for more information on sewing machines, go to babylock.com, where it's all for the love of sewing. I'll see you next time.